what's up YouTube? First things first, before we talk about this, I hope that you and your family are setting aside a little bit of time this weekend or tomorrow on Monday for Memorial Day for those that have lost their lives and those that are actively serving to protect us and protect our ways in this great country. If it wasn't for them, we definitely wouldn't be sitting here listening to me talk about fireworks. So, like I said, hopefully you're able to set aside some time and do something special to remember, like I said, those that have lost their lives and those that are actively serving right now. Okay, so we're going to do a demo and a review of the Tannerite M-25 Airburst special effect. I have had this box in my garage for 2 to 3 weeks now. I've been very anxious to finally get time to sit down and look at it and shoot it off. Last night, or actually yesterday, I was able to shoot one off, and now I'm doing the review. It's kind of backwards. Normally I open it up and talk about it, record it, and then shoot it off, but I had to do things a little different this time. But anyways, without further ado, let's open this bad boy up. Like I said, it comes packed 8 to 1, so you get eight of these. There's this here. It says Tannerite M-25 Airburst special effect for technical use by adults only, not for consumer retail stand sales, outdoor use only. So if you're hoping to find these in stands, you're probably out of luck. I know that I've talked to some people, and there are some retail establishments that sell fireworks that actually sell these, but they can't put them on the side counter. They have to have them in back, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, it gives you applications for this item. It goes through a list of who might be interested, like law enforcement and fire authorities. And down here it says pyrotechnic displays of special effects, and that is us. This item is, like I said, it's not something that you're gonna just find sitting around somewhere in a store or in a tent. You have to show that you are qualified to purchase something like this. One of the qualifications would be that you have your ATF license, or you've went through some type of training like PGI, something like that, or state, you have a state permit, like a display operator's permit. What I would say about that is, if you don't have any of those, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't buy this. You can show that you have prior knowledge, competency in 1.4 Pro and articles of pyrotechnics. The best thing that you could do is call or email and talk to them about purchasing something like this. And I'm not necessarily talking about Tannerite themselves. There are places out there that sell these items, and you can talk to them. And if you have an electronic firing system, you've purchased 1.4 Pro and articles of pyrotechnics from other companies before, you have a local permit to shoot off fireworks, different things might qualify you. So if you're interested in buying something like this and you know of a company or Tannerite themselves, the best thing you can do is contact them and talk to them about it. In the worst case scenario, they're going to say no, and you haven't wasted much time trying to buy it. But just because it says that you need those things doesn't necessarily mean that they're it doesn't mean that you're not qualified to buy it. So if you're really interested, talk to him, okay? Anyways, like I said, I shot it off yesterday afternoon, and this is the final product of it being shot off. This actually is attached on the old one here, or on the new one. You just take the cellophane wrapper off, and it will have your E-match ported and attached here. It comes with a pretty good length of wire, which is good. That way you can get whatever modular you have away from it. But this right here, the port, it not only has the E-match port, but it also comes with a standard visco on this port, and that's actually what caused some of the problems that caught everything on fire down here. But that is how you can ignite something like this, either through E-match or standard visco. I'm gonna say that this cake, let's look at the new one. I'm gonna say this cake is a little bit more beefier than your standard 200 gram cake. It's not that big. It's 6 inches across, and let's see, a little under 7 inches tall, and the tube is, the tube is a little under an inch, about an inch. Yeah, about an inch. So it's about the size of 200 gram cake, your standard. A little bit more beefier. It's heavier. It's well made, well put together. If you're interested and you are going to purchase something like this, unless you're going to buy a bunch of this, I would recommend not purchasing it through Tannerite themselves. And the reason I say that, it's nothing against Tannerite, but if you're just interested in buying one case, you're going to pay a ton of shipping just for 8 cakes, you know. So I recommend that you find a wholesaler that offers this product, and most wholesalers online, you're going to have to spend a minimum of $1,000 to $1,500 anyways. So if you're going to spend that much money on fireworks and you pick up a case of this, the shipping is going to actually pay for itself with that much spent. You know how it works. If you buy a wholesale, you know how this works. But I would not recommend just buying this one case. But one good thing about this is if you do buy just one case of this product from Tannerite, it can be shipped FedEx ground. It doesn't have to come in a large semi like it does whenever you buy fireworks wholesale or retail. It doesn't come on a big semi. It actually comes in their little FedEx truck. So that's one plus, but you're still going to pay a lot of shipping anyways. But when I bought it, I bought a case of this and several other things. I still paid too much for shipping, more than I would normally like, but I'd already put in my wholesale order, so I just ate it basically, and lived with it. I knew it was going to happen. But I'm going to, like I said, I've already shot this off. I'm going to pause it, put the cake going off, and then I'll be back to discuss the actual cake going off. Okay, I'm back. I shut it off, and I have to say, I'm impressed. I read on other YouTube videos that you could, for a comparison, people were saying that it's like half or 3/4 as loud as a 60-gram canister shell. And I would disagree with that somewhat. A 60-gram canister shell and this cake, although they were both fireworks, they're different animals, you know. They're trying to accomplish two different things. The best analogy that I can come up with is that would be like comparing a bass drum and a snare drum. Yeah, they're both drums. They both are basically the same thing, but they're not. They're different. This cake is loud. It's louder in a way than a 60-gram canister shell is. A 60-gram canister shell, when it's coming out of the tube and when it hits in the air, it's got more bass to it. It's hitting hard. This, it's louder. It's more. It's on the same kind of pitch level as a loud firecracker, but even more bass to that. It's hard to explain, but to me, it's louder than a 60-gram canister shell as far as noise. If you're thinking that you're going to buy this and it's going to sound somewhat like an actual titanium salute where you feel it in your chest, that is not what this is going to do. But it's going to be loud. And like I said, I was impressed on how loud it was. I played back the video before recording this and talking about it, and unfortunately it didn't pick up the echo that this was creating when it was bouncing off of buildings that were far away, you know. It was really loud. I'll just say that, and it was worth the money. Definitely worth the money. And if you've watched some of my other videos, there's been several products that I say that, you know, don't waste your money unless you can get it for, you know, a comparable price. Well, in the 1.4 Pro arena, there's nothing like this, so you can't compare prices to anything. But this is worth the money, really. If you're needing something that bangs and you can't get a hold of the special stuff, if you know what I mean, and you don't have your ATF license, you can't buy actual salutes legally, then this is your thing. It's good. It's worth it. It's worth the money. I have 7 of these left, and I'm going, after hearing it, I'm going to put it in my show. I'm going to do something special, and I can't really go into detail of the other stuff that we'll be shooting off with it, but I think it's going to be extremely loud and intense. So, yeah, if you're able to qualify to buy something like this, and you find a wholesaler or retailer that sells it, I would pick it up. I recommend this, definitely. All right, I hope you enjoy. Set aside some time today or tomorrow to do something special for Memorial Day, and I will see you again next week. Thank you.